Doma Sports Talk Worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now we're gonna talk some concussion, some heavyweights in a minute, but I just want to say this. I'm saying my man Demetrius Andre lost to Dave Benavidez. I told you I'm still a little upset about that. Not happy about that. And one guy came in the comments and he was saying basically, he don't really want to be a boxing fan right now because, watching these injustices. Yeah, Demetrius Andre lost to David Benavidez. But, some people who care about, things being just don't like the fact that he's been avoided for years and he's been aided and abetted to be avoided from the media and all these things. Everybody that's avoided him is more famous than him. I mean, the most famous is Canelo Alvarez. Openly avoided him. Gennady Golovkin openly avoided him. Jaime Munguia openly avoided him. Now, seeing as though I talk about it so much, I don't have to explain every damn thing. But just I will say this one about Canelo. An undisputed fight for the most money you ever had in the middleweight division, which is the glamour division, was able to say, I ain't taking it. I ain't fighting him. Ever. But don't let me get started. So, yeah, my brother, I feel what you feel. But, the problem is there's so many injustices in boxing that you got to move to the next thing that's basically unjust, right? So, therefore, we're going to keep it moving. Let's go up to these heavyweights. We know December 23rd, you got heavyweight explosion going on in Saudi Arabia. Let's talk about the main two. The main two fights are Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallin. And then you got Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker. Right? Great damn fights. Both of them pretty, great is a little bit, but very, very good fights. Right? So the card is great on that night. You got Apateas fighting, Dimitri Bivol is fighting, among others. So it's a great ass card. But anyway, Carl Froch, the super middleweight champion, probably one of the best super middleweights Britain has had to offer. Carl Froch is somebody who had a good style because he's coming after you, right? And I like him as a pundit because now he's a pundit and, he kind of speaks his mind. It's not always pro this or pro that. It's like, if I think you're right or wrong, I'm going to say it. And he gets a lot of flack for it, because he's going to speak his mind. But the latest thing he said is very interesting. He said that, because Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker and Otto Wallin versus Anthony Joshua, they're going back and forth of who should be the headliner for this show. And, everybody has their opinions, Deontay Wilder thinks he should be the headliner. Anthony Joshua, of course, thinks he should be the headliner. And, hey, so you have that going on, let's see how they're going to do it, if they're going to flip a coin or what's happening. But Carl Froch weighed in on it. Now, Carl Froch weighed in on it. He said, man, listen, Anthony Joshua should be the headliner. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua had 3 belts on 2 different occasions. And Anthony Joshua is more known. And, he's more known. And he should be the A-side here. He should be the one. Right? Now, y'all know I roll with Deontay Wilder. But if I didn't think this, I wouldn't steal. No matter who I roll with. The thing that I would say, because Carl Froch says it should be Anthony Joshua. Now, because that's what he believes. Trust me, because what I'm going to say in a minute going to show you that it's just what he believes. Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker, I would put as the headliner. For the simple fact of Deontay Wilder lost to one dude, Tyson Fury. And we all know the first fight he didn't lose to Tyson Fury. People that just say, well, Tyson Fury really won the first fight, they won't go look at it again and score every round. They won't do that. Because Deontay Wilder really won the first fight. You don't knock somebody down in two damn rounds, separate rounds. Those are 10-8 rounds, people. Plus you're the aggressor the rest of the damn fight. Then you're supposed to have your butt beat in that fight the rest of them other rounds. And that just wasn't the case. But, people just say things so often that they expect that you're going to follow, and you do follow. But no. Deontay Wilder won the first fight. Second fight, Tyson Fury cheated, and we know it because we see the gloves, but we just don't talk about them because ain't nobody putting them on mainstream media, right? And then the third fight, he lost. So my point is he gave Tyson Fury good fights, but he's lost to one guy. And this one guy that we're talking about is some people's damn near the best heavyweight ever. And plus, he's 6'9", 270 pounds, 50 pounds heavier than Deontay Wilder, so you can lose to that. one of the best heavyweights ever that's 50 pounds heavier than you, why couldn't you lose to that? So that's it. Anthony Joshua has lost to two separate people. You see what I'm saying? He lost to two separate people, and he has more losses. And we know he's not confident either. So no. And that famous Anthony Joshua stuff needs to really stop. Because if you're famous, then you're famous, right? Not just on the island or something, but if you're fighting Alexander Povetkin on free TV in America and only 17,000 people look at it for free, means you're not that famous, right? You're not. Just you're famous on the island. That's it. But, in America, not at all. Now, if Deontay Wilder's fighting for free, I guarantee you more than 17,000 Britons are going to look at it, right? If he fought an ex-champion like Alexander Povetkin. 17,000 people, all of America, looked at that fight. So, yeah, you're pretty famous, but, come on. That's right. As of right now, Deontay Wilder has a little bit more momentum than even Anthony Joshua. But it's neither here nor there. It's not a big thing. That's just my opinion. But I just also think that Anthony Joshua was a champion, although Valine wasn't. With Deontay Wilder and Joseph Parker, they were both champions, right? One's very long reigning, and Joseph Parker is just Joseph Parker. Y'all know I roll with Joe. I got pretty much nothing positive, mostly things positive to say about Joseph Parker. Just like the dude, I think he's a better fighter than he gets credit for, and he was a champion and beat some pretty good people on the way. So he's two former champions. You can headline with that, but that's okay. So whatever, we'll just see. You guys give me your opinion of who you think should be. It doesn't really matter. It ain't a big thing, whatever was clever, right? But here's another thing that Carl Froch said, for those who think that he's just going pro-Brit. He's just with Anthony Joshua because he's British. No, he says his mind. He speaks his mind, right? He says Anthony Joshua right now is scared of his shadow. If Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua fight right now, he thinks Deontay Wilder knocks him out in one round. And that's just not now. He's been saying that for a few years, right? That Anthony Joshua gets knocked out in one round from Deontay Wilder. So that one-trick pony guy, and I keep telling you, Deontay Wilder shouldn't be called one-trick pony, but the trick pony, because that's the trick that you want to have. Isn't Anthony Joshua totally big and buff and mean, right? This skinny dude who doesn't know how to fight and only has one trick is supposed to beat that guy in one round. So again, isn't that the trick that you would want? If somebody's going to say you can beat a dude 6'6", very highly skilled in boxing in one round, well, how could that happen if it's only one trick, right? That means it's the trick. Again, so my point is Carl Froch really believes that Anthony Joshua should be the A-side because he doesn't think Anthony Joshua could beat Deontay Wilder. You feeling me? So that's really his opinion. So y'all just let me know what yours is. All right? Doma Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.